been a long time since you've seen my face, hasn't it? Today I'm going to announce the winners of the first ever SeeReax weekly challenge. I plan on doing this either every week or bi-weekly, so don't hold me to every week. I had 3 different tiers, and I'm gonna go over each individual tier. It was a time challenge, so the people who are the fastest are the people who are on this list. There was a bunch of participants. I thank you all for participating, but obviously there can only be some winners. So I'm gonna go over tier 1 and then tier 3 and then tier 2. The reason why I'm going in this order is because tier 1 is obviously, no offense to the people who did tier 1, tier 1's the least impressive of them. You can use as many grabs as you want. And the reason why I'm putting tier 2 after tier 3 is because tier 2 had some amazingly fast times, and I want to save those for the end. So starting off with tier 1. In 3rd place for tier 1 is LILFRED DABEST. In 2nd place for tier 1, we have Achiha. And in 1st place for tier 1 of the Grade 8 Challenge, and this is just tier 1, don't worry, is Nemesis Online, who came in with a time of 3 minutes and 27 seconds. Bravo, Nemesis. Up next, we're gonna do tier 3. Now, tier 3 was a little bit weird, okay? Tier 3 was originally gonna be a team challenge where like you have 3 teammates, but there's no grab sort of thing. But the way it worked out is there was only 1 actual team submission. So the team submission, I'm gonna give a shout out to them because it was actually, to me, the funniest of all the videos, like in terms of just comedic relief. Keelan Ransom, him and his team of 3, they chose all like the scrub characters. I forget exactly who. It was like a Frieza soldier, it was a Cyberman, and it was just a hilarious bunch of people. It was 2 Frieza soldiers and a Cyberman all going through the challenge, no grabs. Make sure to go check that video out on his channel. But then that left me with like, okay, so what do I do for tier 3? But there were surprisingly a lot of people who wanted to solo tier 3. So essentially, they went through the entire challenge with no grabs at all, only melee attacks, and it was a solo attempt. And the top 3 for those people are, 3rd place for tier 3 is actually Ndukauba, who's a good buddy of mine. He's in the squad. He got in 3rd place. Good job, man. Thank you for participating. In 2nd place for tier 3, I don't mean to butcher your name, but Eym Smiley, Eym Smiley, who took 6 minutes and 43 seconds, which is a 17-second lead over Ndukauba. And then finally, number 1 for tier 3, only using combo attacks, is Darkest Night 75, who came in with a time of 6:07. 6 minutes and 7 seconds to not use any grabs, just combos, no team. That was pretty impressive. So kudos to you, number 1 of tier 3. Now, the big one, the one that I was actually most surprised by, like when I was watching these 3, I was like, holy fuck, like these guys were fast. This was the standard challenge. I know I called it tier 2, but that's just because I forgot to add like these minuscule rules when I was originally making it. Tier 2 is actually how I intended it to be. It's 1 grab per ape sort of thing, and whoever's the fastest wins. Here are the top 3 champions for those. This person took 2 minutes and 9 seconds. Only 2 minutes and 9 seconds to complete this challenge. That would be A4Ever91. So bravo to you. 2 minutes and 9 seconds is no joke. Using Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan / Super Saiyan Blue Goku. So kudos. That was I was shocked, but it's surprising because there was 2 people who were higher than this, and 2 minutes and 9 seconds is like no joke. At number 2, and let me just tell you right away, this is extremely close to number 1. You were super close. But at number 2, you guys saw him in tier 1, he was the champion of tier 1, is Nemesis Online, who had a time of 1 minute and 57 seconds to complete all the grade 8s using 1 grab per 8. So bravo, Nemesis, you were in 2 tiers, number 1 for tier 1, number 2 for tier 2. And you were almost number 1 for tier 2, but number 1 for tier 2 took 1 second less amount of time than you did. And our number 1 champion for tier 2, which is the main tier for me, just because they were the fastest times, it was like, to me, like the, I don't know, the most kind of standard of the tiers, and that would be MarkSoulEvans. MarkSoulEvans coming with a time of 1 minute and 56 seconds, so just 1 second faster than our number 2. So shout outs to both of you guys both did amazing. If you guys watched their videos, just look up their channel. I have their names on screen, so just look up their channels, look at how they did it, perfect blocking, every little hit, and just every they perfected it. Like, I don't think you can get any better than that unless somebody wants to show me otherwise, but that's not the challenge this week. So bravo to you, and bravo to you, and everybody who participated, really. Like, it was just a fun challenge. You know, I can only feature so many people. There was over 70 different entries, so I can't really mention everybody. But there were a few people who used Hercule, so shout out to like Burkle used Hercule to get through his, and his was actually really hilarious to watch. Another person known as Foxy used Hercule, and that was actually entertaining. There's somebody who used to sell Junior, which was Chibbleman. See, I watched everybody's entry, but you know, I can only see so many and mention so many. But that will conclude week 1's challenge, and week 2's challenge is actually going to be posted tomorrow. I already have it like planned out. Today, just bask in your champions. Find your champions in the comment section below, give them some respect, put some respect on their name, and you could be the champion of next week's challenge, but you'll have to find out tomorrow where I post it and stuff. It's gonna be much more challenging, all right? And it's gonna be a lot less like, see, in this challenge, you could be whatever character, so there's a lot of like leeway, like to who can pick the best character for this challenge. But next time, you're not gonna have many options, I'll say that much. You will need the DLC again. I'm sorry, I hope you guys don't hate me, but those are just where the challenging parallel quests are, like the most challenging ones. I'll try to come up with some that don't require the DLC, but the most creative things I can think of are in those DLC quests. To be specific, get the DLC Pack 3 stuff. I'm not telling you to buy it, I'm just saying if you want to participate in this next week's challenge, that's where it's going to be at, just to give you a heads up before I post it, which will be tomorrow. But other than that, thank you guys so much for watching. There's a like button, you can press it. Once again, show some respect to the champions, and I will see you guys in the next one. WUAH!
I'll tell you what, I don't really know what I'm doing here, but I was told I can't leave until this guy gets a shitload of subscribers. Now god damn it, what are you sitting there not subscribed for? There's a like button and a share button. I don't know why I put an H in front of the... God damn it, just subscribe.